Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Autism Insights with Dyan. Is that your new...
That makes a weird noise.
It does. It does a lot of really weird things, doesn't it?
Do you like my hair?
It's pretty cool. This was from Kmart. $4. I've got two different sizes, a large and small size. And you can have so much fun.
This is the small.
Oh, and guess what? That cat is impressed.
Cat toys too.
Yeah.
So there's a big one. So it's about this big.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe sort of this big.
Yeah, about that.
And that's the small.
Yeah, sorry, are you, Max, are you okay there? You quite comfortable?
Junior.
Right? He's getting involved in this. He wants to have his breakfast
Okay, you
muffin.
can lay there.
Oh no, he's playing with the toy.
You can hang with
How
us.
are you guys?
can
Welcome
hang
back to the
with
channel.
us.
If you are new, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell. Today's a bit of a retrospective reflection and look at
Autism in childhood.
autism in childhood, because
My
Dyan has
childhood.
got autism, ADHD, OCD,
childhood.
Tourette, and a lot of other things. Dyan's level 2 autistic,
What was it like
high
to be
level support
autistically
needs.
Dyan? as
And
a
in the
kid?
old days, it used to be called a different name back then.
Mild retardation.
Right,
in
and we've
Australia.
changed and evolved. You're 52
Australia
years
was
of age
different then.
now. Yeah.
Was pretty brutal in Australia in the 70s and 80s.
And it wasn't really known, and it wasn't understood, and particularly for females, because unfortunately all of the data, the research
you were-
was males.
Severe and non-verbal.
Correct. So that's part of our insight. And we're going to have a very focused conversation around that window of age group so that you can give back, particularly the benefit of hindsight looking back in, and someone who's also studied psychology, lived experience. Dyan's autism is predominantly generated because of a genetic chromosomal condition called 22q11.2 Deletion Syndrome. That actually, the genes there is highly prevalent for the genetic formation
So
of
I
autism.
have level 2 autism and
High support needs.
IDD is involved
Intellectual developmental delays.
in my combined with it's separate things, but some people with autism have IDD.
They do, actually, indeed.
Yes.
Now, in the beginning years of age, there's global developmental delays. By age 6, that's what it
That's
flips
what I
over
had.
to IDD.
Now what about is that what
That's what
is that how it
happens.
is
Yeah,
it?
that cut off, age 5, 6,
So yes,
basically when you're
at
entering
school,
schooling.
they used to write down developmental neurology.
Well, yeah, there's a bit of
just
neurology
said
going
it.
on
I
there as
don't
well.
need to
Yes,
repeat
Aisha. So you're having a bit of a conversation because we've seen some
Yeah.
things recently. We've been talking about some things recently.
HSAM's been really funny
And
recently.
HSAM, which is that highly superior autobiographical
TikTok.
memory. Her mind's like a TikTok going through. It's a never-ending feed that flows through because Dyan's memory works in a different way. She has such acute memories from before 1 year of age, and it's a rarity, it's an oddity, but it's something which
Yes,
is
my
actually
family were
particular
very
to
shocked.
autistic.
I had a little bit of a chat about a memory. They went, "Who told you that?" No one, I was there.
You were
Who
there.
told you that? And they were all trying to work out who told me. No, they couldn't work out who told me. Then another memory came up. They went, "No, who told you?" I was there.
Took them a while to start to
them a while to
realise
work
this.
it out.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Anyway.
it's a HSAM thing.
absolutely. So
Actually, there's it's a 22q thing seems to be because there is another 22q with HSAM.
there is.
It is a rare thing
Correct.
as well.
Yeah.
No surprise though.
Yeah.
I'm a rare Pokemon.
That 22q, that genetic chromosomal condition, missing 40 to 60 genes, 3 million DNA building blocks, it's very particular with the autism because it's about
Can't remember what
anywhere
day it is,
between
though, but, you know.
15 up to 60% of those cohorts will have autism. About 40 to 60% will have ADHD. And a lot of the time we see both go hand in hand, ADHD and the autism. But coming back, focus here into the early years, between the ages of 6 and 12, really your primary school years.
So starting school
Yeah, tell us a bit more about
because
that.
I was non-verbal till really 5.
So you're non-verbal autistic until 5, and then you were selectively mute until what
selective
age?
mute, so only family, even close family, friends, which were literally, we would treat them like family. My family would always adopt people, right?
Right.
It was my family were very much like that. Loved other people. They were very much Christians, right? So, but I would very much be comfortable with them and I would hang out. I had a third set of grandparents, but I wouldn't speak.
Right.
But there was like a communication way in a different way. So, for example, with my third grandparents, my love language was I would draw some kind of picture,
Okay.
you know, and give it to them. She actually put it in a frame
Oh, lovely. Oh,
I
nice
know.
to keep that. That's very special
Because
memories.
that was our love language.
Love language. A bit like the pebbling for autistics is the love language as well.
Because
gifting.
her daughter was big Dyan. I was little Dyan.
Oh, that's so cute.
They all came across on the ship together.
On the same ship as they immigrated across. Now, you're born here in Australia, and we are located here in Perth, Western Australia. It's interesting that you're giving those sort of memories. And
But it's sad because
Right.
when Uncle Les, this is my third grandparents,
Yeah.
he goes, look, the next time I came over, look, she put it in a frame what you drew for her. And I was
Yeah.
like, I'm thinking in my head because I'm non-verbal, why? It's ugly. I didn't even like that one. And I'm thinking in my head,
wasn't your favourite piece, your masterpiece?
I was like, that was just to say, like, I love you to her. It
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
really,
Like it's pebbling,
it's been and gone.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Okay.
I didn't understand.
What you're also seeing here is actually HSAM in
Didn't
the
understand.
raw. Some of his memories will trigger Dyan to go off on different tangents.
Sorry.
She's not going to be able to control that with the ADHD.
Let's stick to
OCD will superloop around. This is sometimes a difficult
I love
communication.
them, though.
But I just wanted, before you go on,
I
you
read
talked
letters
about being
in heaven. Love you.
non-verbal until about age 5 and 6. And that shows already automatically the developmental delays that were occurring around that point in time. And then having further delays as you becoming selectively mute only until about age 11. That would have really affected your schooling, your engagement with your peers, in interaction.
In my era, teachers would tell you off.
Yeah.
Because unless you were a severe autistic and a severe IDD, it was speak. You will learn to speak.
In fact, if you were severe, really, you wouldn't have been in those school environments. You would have been in an institution in those days. That's how it would have operated.
Yes,
that
they
was
used to
the era
keep
of it
you
all.
at home and you would have carers come and go and you were treated like just kept alive and ignored.
Like a mushroom, basically,
Yes.
kept in the dark. That's not good. Now, there's no such things as AAC
Completely.
devices, I'm assuming, back in those eras. They augmented alternative communication.
No.
You got the luxury of having an iPad and being able to communicate, or we've got communication
hang on,
cards.
let
What
me
did you
just
have
talk
back then?
Psychology back then. They didn't even think they had a brain, pretty much.
Yeah.
They put them in the Helen Keller category.
Okay.
They're stupid.
Right.
And I want people to understand this about any age autistic that's non-verbal. You do not know. Please understand.
They
Speak
can't
to
convey.
them kindly, just normally, and never underestimate their comprehension.
Yes.
But however, their comprehension in this area might be great, but in this area might be
No.
nil.
Yes, you don't have to yell at them to make them understand. Just
I'll
pointing
never
that
forget
across.
going somewhere with you, and you'd obviously warned them I was autistic, just for communication issues, and they went, "Hi, nice to meet you," and I was like,
We're still working on that one.
"Nice to meet you," and she kind of went. Anyway,
you do try and prepare people for everything from hyperverbal.
I'm not offended by you. It's
communication
just
styles.
that person was very uneducated.
Some people just
Very uneducated.
can't always grasp
So
the
basically,
realities. Schooling era then. So really this is age 6 to 12 we're talking about.
even
primary
some
school.
family members. So if they went away for a long time and then they came back, they didn't get me speaking to them for a while.
Okay. And why was that?
That was very sad for
What's
them.
the insight? It would have been very sad for them, and they were obviously feeling like that and missing out on
I
that.
don't know. It's just, I guess I lost my ability of, because with every person, there's a different communication style with every person.
Absolutely.
So my uncle and auntie, who had to go to different places because he was in the Air Force.
Yep.
So when he would come back to Perth to either visit, well, normally was to visit because they never really came back, but they come back to visit, and I loved them when they came back to visit. It was like, wow, but I can show this.
Right.
Because I had flat affect. Didn't show it.
So before you go on, flat affect. What does that mean? What is that?
Your face doesn't show any emotion, which is rather hard for family.
That would tie then into
Because they think that
alexithymia.
you have no love for them.
Right, but that would tie into alexithymia, not
it? I
showing
don't know.
not showing emotions or being able to perceive emotions in other people. We see that through actions, body language, and particularly facial
Yeah,
expressions.
I can't tell if someone's getting upset. It's terrible.
No.
People think I'm probably a psychopath sometimes, and it's like, sorry if I didn't notice.
But you can't read body
your
language.
eyes are tearing up or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so sorry.
And
it's terrible.
even when you come to understanding emotions, there's only certain key emotions.
Yeah, that's why I've got communications cards for emotions, because Tony Atwood explains it very well.
Who's Tony Atwood, sorry?
A guru in psychology of autism. So
females,
he has spent his whole career, he's just semi-retired.
Okay.
But
we want him
I'm
back.
not going to say come back because people need to retire.
Yeah, like
he's got to live
He's
his
done
life.
the hard yards already.
He's like done so much hard
Laid the
work.
foundations.
So absolutely. Like I will eternally be grateful for his work. But basically he focused very much on female autism, which I so appreciate. But he said alexithymia is like having mad, sad, happy or glad. That's the only thing we don't have to say.
4 emotions and that's it, basically.
That's it. So
it's very simplified.
So when someone's saying like, no, but how do you really feel? Because when you're an adult, they expect complex emotions of like, no, but like, do you feel like disappointed? And I'm like,
embarrassed.
Confused. Gosh, I don't know.
So how would you manage that as a child from 6 to 12? Dealing with a flat affect where people don't understand what you're receiving?
So basically, the flat affect, let's just go back to the communication. So they get the flat affect and then they don't get the communication of words because they've been gone for a while.
Yeah.
So that's the sad thing.
Yeah.
There's that like everyone else is like, hi, I so missed you so much and this is what I've been doing and they tell you what they've been doing.
Yeah.
So they miss out on that completely with me.
Right.
So, however, luckily these two people in my life, these two, my uncle and auntie, would come down to my level.
Right, so
look
show
me in the
understanding.
eye and talk to me regardless of response.
So they get down on the floor.
Because they knew.
Down to your level.
They knew something was wrong because they are intuitive.
And you're hiding underneath probably couches or chairs or in stools or whatever else.
Yeah, I'd hide.
Right.
Because I couldn't be bothered dealing with a situation that's like, they're going to ask me things, as in, not them, I knew they wouldn't, but just people normally do.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's that. But getting back to what you said about what?
So we're talking about flat affect and the emotions or alexithymia.
So basically, as a child handling complex emotions or emotions.
Yeah.
So if my mum was like, she sees me frustrated, what are you feeling? What's wrong with you? It would be a meltdown. I didn't have a word at all. It was just
Now, a meltdown
or eloping.
Right, so you got two things.
Running away into my bedroom.
Right.
Getting all of my blankets and hiding in the corner of my room.
The
or
old
throwing
blanket thought.
everything around in my room and having an autistic meltdown, overloaded.
It's a neurological condition.
And not getting to... I had no ability to share an emotion.
So you're dysregulated, you're not able to communicate.
No, but I'm just saying the reason was I could not retrieve. I had nothing in my child brain such as emotions.
No. And of course,
I didn't have it.
Your parents don't understand autism. They're not trained in how to manage it.
So they're thinking, what's wrong with you?
Support you.
Your brother, he can just tell us, I'm angry, I'm depressed, I'm upset, I'm hungry, I'm irritable, I'm tired. Right? And here's this kid, me.
Yeah. Right. But you've also gone from a flat affect where there's nothing showing on your face, no expression of emotions, you're not understanding your own emotions because of the alexithymia. You can't see what they're doing because you're not able to read their body language or facial expressions and understand what's happening for them. You've got no words to convey this, so it's not surprising then that that escalates into a meltdown so very, very rapidly. What's the difference between a meltdown and a tantrum, just to understand the difference, because some people do talk about that.
So people get confused with this. So parents that say, oh, my child just had a meltdown and they had a tantrum. No, I'll get a Coke in a minute.
Okay.
So basically, a tantrum is when a child does an action to get something. So they're trying to obtain something, right? So they chuck a tantrum because they're trying to get an outcome from the people around them or attention, right? When an autistic child has a meltdown, there is nothing that they're trying to obtain from the people around them. It is like in that situation, I'm overwhelmed because I can't express words, I can't express the emotion that obviously my mother needs to hear to sort out the situation, to get an idea of what's going on. So because of that, all I've got, when anyone's nonverbal, their only communication style is in like flapping around, right? So it's not to actually get anything from anyone. There was nothing I was trying to manipulate in that situation. And then running away, going to your room, running to the hallway.
Common. Going away from a situation because you can't cope with it. So a lot of autistics will experience
and throwing
absconding,
things is just, guys, actions when the person can't speak the words.
That's so frustrating.
And I might have been saying words like, you know, stupid, or, you know, I hate
a single
this,
word, but it's not conveying
everything's
the
stupid,
ultimate meaning.
or I might be echolaling certain sayings. But that's because it's the only words I know.
Sure. Have a sip of drink. You just mentioned also another term and phrase, and we're going through some of the phrases as we go along too, which is part of the education of autism, echolalia. You were called a parrot. That was a more simplistic term and phrase at the time.
The parrot's here.
In other words, don't talk around you because you absorb like a sponge all the information in your environment.
As I got older,
and you repeat it, maybe sometimes inappropriately, when the things that you shouldn't socially repeat.
Yes.
Like Aunt Myrtle, she's putting on a little bit of extra weight at the moment, says the two adults in the kitchen.
Well, I think it's wrong to speak like that. So
But
yes, I'm autistic, and I'm like, that's rather rude. Don't speak about people like that. They're lovely.
So how did you go with the echolalia back in those days, really?
Well, it was kind of difficult because, you know, say if it was in that situation, right, like I just said. So as I got to a certain age where I had like echolalia sayings, in that situation, as the meltdown was calming down, I would rock and I would be saying some kind of saying in an echolalia way, repeating it. That's the self-soothing thing. But echolalia can be self-soothing. So I'd be like, you know, I might even be saying, I'm stupid, because I knew that I just failed at something. And my mum would be shouting to my room, stop, be quiet.
Shut up.
In there, basically, or shut up. Yeah, she's got no issue with telling me to shut up, basically 1,000 times a day. But
not the most conducive environment for
very much a yeller.
Child
not a yelling, not a yelling, but basically
that doesn't de-escalate.
But that was soothing me, right? So she doesn't understand that the echolalia. It was not for her to hear. It's for
you,
me.
And you were just talking about self-stimming. So you were doing the rocking, which is a self-soothing action.
And I would even bang my head on the wall to hear the noise.
That. Right. Okay.
It's the noise of my skull on the wall.
A rhythmic and also a sensory
the
motion.
Noise.
Yeah. Okay.
It would be like a rhythm, and it would just be like
feeling.
Yeah, and even in the car. So it would be in the car, and I'd be repeating sayings, and of course my brother and my mum, shut up.
So you're not really getting a lot of positive feedback or, again, support in the autistic manner.
In those days it wasn't
understood.
That's just her echolalia, just ignore it, let her do it. It's good for her to do it.
That's what I ideally should have said. No, instead
it was like,
shut up.
Shut up!
Okay, not a good way of doing things. It's interesting you talk about the rocking because even today you do a lot of self-soothing.
But I'm trying to stop rocking. Because in the past it was like, can you stop doing that? It looks weird. That's what I've been told.
Weird. But you do things on the swing. You enjoy swings, which is a rocking action, don't you?
I love
And a lot of autistics like motion or maybe spinning.
So I used to get away with it when we had kids.
Were you a spinner? Did you like spinning like a top, especially with your dress?
I used to do this.
Right.
When someone was taught that.
Music,
And of course with your dress that spins around.
In
our day we used to wear. In my day, little girls used to dress like little girls, you know? We should go back to that. Anyway, we used to wear long dresses and then you spin around and you watch your dress spin. And so I got hooked on that forever.
Right.
And it was a stim.
Okay.
And I'd still do it if I didn't have neurological problems. But
spin drop.
basically, I still like to sit on a swing.
Right.
And for years I got away with it with our kids.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, oh, okay, the kids are on the slide. I'll sit on the swing and watch them and swing.
That was like good excuse.
You know?
And it just
and even my friends, they'd be like,
camouflage the action.
My friends would be like, because my friends from school would love hanging out with me and my boys. And they'd be
As
like,
older
oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's have a swing. And I'm like, why is that so weird to them? Because to me it's so natural, right?
Okay.
And I'd still do it.
Yeah.
I'd still go and just easily just sit on a swing.
I also see aspects, though, of the masking, the hiding of autistic traits or behaviours, the self-stimulatory behaviours from others so that you're not being judged or called weird, as you just expressed as well. How did that used to feel as a child in the age 6 to 12 with your peers at school?
Well, at school, I guess I would describe myself as, because when I was, so preschool I didn't really go to, as you know. Preschool I was too immature.
Oh,
So
that's developmental delay. You couldn't actually fit in.
Visits into preschool.
She missed out on foundations.
She can't do it. Okay. So I didn't really go because I just kept jumping off a log.
Right. Easier not to
everyone's
go.
inside learning. I'm just jumping off a log repetitively.
Well,
so anyway,
there's the clear autistic behaviours. Yep. Okay. Go on.
Couldn't speak. Bye-bye.
Okay.
So
too hard for the school
one,
system. Yep.
Of course, I picked up dyslexia, dyscalculia, so they know there's problems.
Okay.
But basically,
language and writing differences.
Age 5 and 6, I was so scared as an autistic and a 22 cure of school that I was like,
okay,
what is this? What is this
Must be
place?
very overwhelming.
Because it's transition.
Yeah, okay.
1 minute I'm at home,
From the home,
able to play outside,
Yep.
do what I want,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden,
loud noise, lots of kids running around,
still in this chair.
Yeah, conforming.
What is this? You tell me when to move, how to move.
When to go to the toilet.
Because I was a free-range chicken.
Don't contain the free-range chicken, right? Yeah.
And I had an uncle that told me, don't let anyone ever tell you what to do. You're a free spirit.
Tell me a bit more about the schooling situation, and particularly your first days where, for example, going to school on the bus in pre-primary or primary, what was that like?
I just sat there. My brother was gone, so the primary, the district high, where my brother went, because he's 2 years older than me.
Right, and he was your caregiver.
He was my caregiver.
At 6
he
years
had
of age,
his
right?
arm around me for the first 6 years of my life.
Right.
So that time when he jumped on top
you
of me when I was
informal
one,
caregivers at work, yeah, you
when I was
protect
one,
you.
so I was running to the road,
Trying to
say goodbye to Nana and Pa.
Yeah.
He jumped on top of me, and I was like,
rugby tackle.
I was so mad at him.
Yeah.
And
be safe. But what did he tell your mum?
My nana told me that after she heard me tell the memory, she goes, well, I remember that day too. Because he went up to your mother and he said, look after her.
Look for the mouths of the babe. Okay. Yep. So what happened with the school bus situation? First day of school.
He's gone. I'm the only preschool kid on the thing. Of course.
Okay, yeah.
Because every other kid's loved.
You're in a small country town. It's a country run.
Yeah, but
their parents would drop them off.
They're all loved.
Their parents would take them.
They're loved.
I'm just interpreting that because you're saying you weren't loved because you're autistic.
I wasn't.
You weren't loved because your parents didn't do the normal actions of taking your kids to school.
My mum believes in independence.
Free ranging.
I was 5. She's a Ruby Frankie.
Oh, okay, that American one. Yeah. From Utah.
I'm 5, but I should know how to do it myself.
How do you go to school? You've never been there before. You're mute, you don't speak. Okay, and you've got developmental delays.
Well, I'm going to learn.
This is going to work well.
That'll
I can see this happening, right?
She'll have to speak. No, this is the thing. She'll have to speak, right? Oh, she's a Ruby Frankie.
How did it go on the bus? Did you get off?
I sat there.
Right.
And the bus driver's sitting there and he's like, this is your stop.
Okay. Time to get up and go to school.
I'm sitting there.
Okay, right. No words.
And it's a long time.
Minutes are passing.
It felt like a long time.
I'm sure it did.
It was trauma.
Yeah.
He gets up.
Right.
He walks to the back of the bus and I'm like, am I safe? Because my mum always used to make me feel unsafe.
Right, well, it doesn't really
about
help.
The situation.
There's a lot of fear and anxiety
in my head.
22q and also autism.
So basically, he comes down, but he was a lovely guy. Like I lived in a beautiful country town, like Gilmore Girls. I lived in a beautiful country town where everyone knew each other and everyone loved each other.
Which really helps, which is really safe.
And he comes up and he goes, do you want me to take you to the class? And I just sat there, deadpan, staring.
Okay.
So he was like,
flat effects, not able to
just
communicate.
stay here, I'm going to go get the preschool teacher.
Probably out of his remit. He doesn't know what to do.
He goes to get the preschool teacher.
Yeah.
And the preschool teacher comes in and she comes up, she goes, come on, do you want to come into class? I still just sat there.
Oh.
So they both discussed and I heard them say, she said, I'm going to go ring her parents.
Autistic shutdown?
Well, I don't know what that is.
I mean, it's the equivalent of not doing anything,
She goes and rings my parents.
Yeah.
And my mum comes on and she's trying to withhold her anger in front of other people and gets me off the bus.
And you off the bus.
Takes me home.
Right.
So, yes.
What happened the next day? Did you go back to school the next day?
I think there was lots of attempts. I remember grabbing her leg one time.
All right. Okay, dragged along.
And then, like I said, the other time I think I think on purpose they were taking me in like that break time outside because everyone knows that I like to be outside.
Yep, that's free-range chicken mode.
That's when I was jumping on the log onto the mattress.
Okay, so that was
when one of the teacher aides was like, "Would you like to come inside?" And I kept jumping off the log. So that was preschool.
So
then year one.
So it was very clear of the behaviours. You stood out from the rest of the crowd, the rest of the kids. You were different.
Yes.
You were being called weird. You've got a parent who's not able to manage the situation and control.
But
who's
even
a neighbour.
that didn't support me enough. Like even that, she was like
a buddy,
such
basically.
a close person to me as a child.
A safe person that you can understand. She was your neighbour on the neighbouring farm.
We used to catch the bus together later on a lot, and that was great. We used to love catching the bus together, but even that wasn't enough back then to sort of make me feel safe. To be there because, it's like, who are all these people? I don't know these people.
Must be terribly overwhelming.
But then year one, it was just, like I had no friends. I didn't speak to anyone. I didn't speak to the teachers.
Well, you can't make friends.
I had a one-on-one
if you're not talking.
teacher aide with me.
Right, okay.
I had dyslexia, dyscalculia.
Yeah.
The whole year was pretty much a blur.
Right.
I just didn't really...
So again, you're not speking, you're
come out of my
flipping numbers and letters, you're struggling and learning.
Yes. And then when I went to year two,
Is this when special ed kicks in?
that was when I went to North Beach.
Okay.
But North Beach,
A different primary school again. So.
I had tandem teachers, and they were telling my mum there's problems,
Right.
but I wasn't there long, remember, because I went overseas.
Yes, another transition, another change, a lack of continuity, and therefore lack of picking up and lack of supports in that system.
Correct.
Right.
So there was a lot of that.
Yeah.
And so we went down south. I went to year two a little bit in Denmark.
Yeah.
Then not long for there, went overseas, came back, not long in year three, was told not really ready for year four. But anyway,
I'm hearing that
not going to
frequent
put
pattern.
you down.
Right.
So I went into year four and they're like, special ed.
Right.
And
because the normal classroom couldn't manage your needs.
I knew
individually.
nothing.
Right.
I mean, I couldn't read and write. They still haven't picked that up yet, though. I didn't know my times tables.
Yeah.
I was still flipping letters and numbers.
Yep, which is a dysgraphia, yeah.
And then, of course, it got to year six, and I still wasn't talking. So it got to year six, and they heard me talking to peers, but I still wasn't talking to teachers,
Right.
and I wasn't talking to every peer.
Right.
And yeah, they picked me up in year six. We were sitting in a circle outside reading.
Going one to the
Going one to
each
one.
kid in turn,
And I was like-
reading a paragraph or something.
And I knew in my head, this is the day they're going to catch me.
Right, you're going to be found out. That's okay. It's okay to feel emotions, by the way.
And I thought that I was going to get into trouble.
I think it's a repetitive message because you've had so much conditioning of you're stupid, weird, not fitting in, anger, frustration at you. Naturally, you're going to feel that
The only
now.
reason I fit in was weird comments like, "Oh, you're pretty. You can hang with us."
Right. Okay, so you had the social effect to be able to enable you to make connections.
So basically, it got to me, and she noticed I couldn't read, and she was nice enough to say, "Oh, pass, and to the next one."
Right, okay, because of the
And then
awkwardness and difficulty.
and then at the end of that day, as I was walking out the class, she said, "Come here."
Right, and have
She
the
said,
chat.
"Give this letter to your mum."
Okay, so she's written a special note to your mum. Come and see me, talk to me, there's problems, we need to do something about that. What did your mum do about that, by the way?
I had extra homework.
So you had extra homework?
I had extra homework, and because I'm dyslexic, and because there's no ways to teach a dyslexic how to read,
No.
that
Okay.
you have to teach yourself.
So did she sit with you and do the homework? So how did you do the homework?
She gave me the packages from the school that she was given.
Right, so the school gave her a package,
She put me in the room.
Yeah.
She closed the door.
Okay.
Until I'm finished, I can't come out.
So by magic osmosis, you're going to learn because
And I
the school
used
can't
to-
teach you. She's not helping
I said,
you.
lay down on the floor trying to do it
What
and
a giver.
just cry my eyes out.
I'm not surprised. I'm so sorry for that experience because that's not actually coming to your level.
I
That's
still
not actually
couldn't read an
accommodating
analog clock.
and
No one
supporting
had
and
taught
assisting.
me
Yeah, okay.
until my nana did.
So that's at
My
11
nana
years of
taught
age.
me.
And that's the skill that will be normally taught when you're probably 6 or 7 years
My
of
nana,
age.
my nana taught me how to do an analog clock
Right.
and how to do running right.
Did you ever have meltdowns in the primary school, in the school environment? Seen by teachers and or students? That you remember?
Shutdowns, not
Shutdowns,
meltdowns.
but not meltdowns.
I would get home.
And then,
I would walk literally in a shutdown.
Right.
Even my friends would walk past and be like, "What's wrong with you?"
yeah,
You
'cause you're
know,
not engaging, no, eye contact,
And-
not talking, yeah.
it just would be like nothing.
You're basically holding
Nothing.
it in just to get home.
And I would walk in the door, and like I've always said, not just the bag and the shoes, everything comes off.
Stripping
with the
everything off.
knickers.
You're pinning up the outside
And-
layer, basically, yeah.
I had such sensory issues,
Yeah.
and then I'd just be like, "Rawr," just like Tony Atwood says.
Yeah. You're releasing the
It
Kraken,
always
basically.
came out,
Yeah.
and then a lot of the time, my mum would just
Of course, then respond negatively to that.
start smacking me.
So
Smacking the
what
shit out of
an
me.
endless shit of a loop. You've just struggled through a school environment over sensory. You're coming home and peeling that off. You're already in shutdown. You're trying to actually go into your safe place, and of course then you're doing behaviours which you've been being punished for even more. What a absolute shit show. And then expected to learn, go to your room, lock you in there, and here's some books, stay there for hours and just magically learn because no one's actually teaching you or finding out how you need to learn. That really sucks. I'm so sorry for that experience, to be honest, but it
And
helps
that's
to
why,
relay
even though I
that.
went to year 11,
Right.
that when I was tutored by a beautiful step auntie, that she said, "Yeah, you're year 7 on maths and English."
Right, so you're a good 4 or 5 years behind your cohort.
But like,
But she taught you how to learn.
yes. But the funny things are,
She spent time with you.
the things that I find funny, even though my mum was, "Oh, this child, I hate this child," because I wasn't normal. My mum wanted, she wanted a perfect little girl that dressed in pretty dresses, that didn't complain, that spoke beautifully, that knew how to have wonderful friends, that knew how to make her look good. Not a child that wet themselves at school right up until year 6, or she didn't want that.
Or wet the bed until age 17.
Yeah,
Which again,
she didn't want that. So
Euresis, autistic trait.
or be weird. You know, I even remember
Socially awkward or different.
my step family. I mean, they weren't, all of them were not good to me. I remember sitting at a gathering and I was just sitting on a chair, quiet, because I don't know these people that well. They're not my family.
Not your family, yeah. You haven't grown up with them, yeah.
And I was just sitting there quietly, and one of the other girls that was older than me, she was a step cousin, I guess.
Right.
And she came up to me and she leans into the chair and she goes, "What's wrong with you? Why don't you speak?" And it was just like, well, like,
First of all, you're in my private space.
yeah,
Yeah.
it felt really,
Back off.
and the mother was just literally 3 meters away. It's like, tell your daughter off.
Right. So you weren't being protected.
Like, what? And she was such an upper self girl. Like,
Right.
it was like, tell your daughter off.
Very
like, come
uncomfortable,
on.
very awkward, yeah.
It's obvious I'm special needs, like, but
But you also have seen, has it been said, if you're going into that environment, your
My
parents
mum never
haven't said the
protected
same
me.
because she doesn't want to, as you've just
and
highlighted.
my
She wants the
stepfather's not going to
perfect
protect me in front of his
appearance of a
family.
child.
That's his
Yeah.
family. They're
Okay.
perfect.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the pattern here that they wanted things to be perfect, but unfortunately they weren't coping with the fact that it wasn't so
Well, it's
perfect.
funny because that family doesn't like my mum, doesn't want my mum around because they don't like how she treats me.
Okay, well,
But
there
the
you go.
fact is, basically, the funny things, regardless of how my mum hates these things,
Yeah.
there is funny things.
There's lots of funny things, actually.
I remember the things like the crashes and the bangs and the
Yeah.
sounds of things breaking, of me pulling things apart,
Oh.
the scientific me.
Your little brain going, I want to
Pulling
explore
apart a
how
light
this works.
globe, pulling apart a clock radio.
Oh, yeah, been there, done that.
You know, I broke the thermometer.
With the mercury?
Yeah.
Oh,
Our mums of our era used to use the thermometers with mercury.
Absolutely.
Breaking that, even though mums, you can't, that's dangerous, that stuff in there, don't you? If that breaks, you tell me immediately, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And I'm playing with it with 2 toothpicks.
Okay.
And then I ended up accidentally touching it with my finger going, she told me that's really bad. And I'm like, okay, I wash my hands. And I'm looking at my hands going, what's going to happen? Is it going to fall off? So anyway, there were so many times and she would always go, what was that? And I'm like,
The noise, the bang.
nothing. It's nothing at all. But it's fine. So as I got older, I just, and even in year 7, so this is in Australia, that's like 12.
Yeah.
I had no boobies. Very upset about that. Most of my
Well, you're a late
friends,
developer.
most of my friends had boobies, starting to thrive. So I grabbed onto her bras. Very
Mum's bras.
creative. I'm an engineer, okay?
Oh, okay.
Got her bra, cut it up, tried to make it smaller,
Right.
trying to...
Because you wanted to fit in with the...
I don't know what materials I
other
used, but
girls
it
your
took
age.
me hours.
Okay,
And
very
I'm
creative.
trying to make it into a smaller bra. And it didn't work out, so I shoved it into the corner of the room.
Okay.
She must have found it. And she's
Right.
like, what did you do?
Okay.
I want a bra. I told you I wanted a bra, Mum.
You have
So
communicated that.
eventually she went and got me a training bra. And she's like, you don't even need it, but I'll get you one. Because obviously she's like, I don't want any more of my bras cut up. Yeah.
Yeah. But you also used to borrow... and
I broke a light globe because I wanted to look at the filament. And I
it wasn't
even
still plugged in, was it?
I tried to plug it back in.
Oh, shit.
Because I wanted to see what it did without the glass around it.
Okay.
She has caught me doing some stuff. She's like, what are you doing?
You're lucky you haven't electrocuted yourself.
Oh, gosh. I played with asbestos. Massively.
We should probably check your lungs out for that.
So, no.
Yes.
Need to.
Yes.
Our fences in Australia were all asbestos.
I know. I
And
remember.
we used to have always asbestos bits behind our sheds.
Not a good stuff when it breaks up into fine particles.
So yeah, like I always used to just, the stuff I've done, like I've made like, I dug a hole in the backyard and put a tarp in it to make a swimming pool. And she was like,
because look, a lot of autistics are attracted to water.
but she
They
was
love
worried
swimming.
that the sand was going to like fall back in over.
That's happened many a times, and also to autistics,
Yeah.
unfortunately. It
So she was
collapses
like,
in
what
on
are
them.
you doing? Making a pool.
You're so creative with the things that you do. You used to play with her makeup and perfume and things like that as well. I'm assuming things like lipstick or nail polishes.
No, not makeup.
No.
My nana made me feel like makeup is not for little girls. So
Okay.
my nana, she was gorgeous.
Set the tone, yep.
She would sit me next to her on her beauty bench.
Yeah.
And she'd put beautiful red lipstick on when she put hers on.
Okay.
And then she'd be like, okay, you can show Pa, that's it, then I'm taking it off. It's not for little girls. Only for your dancing.
Age appropriately.
Because
Yep.
she was a dancer. She was a dance qualified teacher.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'd be like, look, Pa, look, my lips. And he's like, oh, that's only for ladies. So I'd have to take it off.
Right. That's
In
good that
my
it's
in my
reinforcing.
family, guys,
Yep.
it was only for women.
Yep.
And I agree with that, actually.
Absolutely.
So
I think
anyway,
so.
I took it off.
Yeah.
But nail polish. Yeah, so when Mum used to sit there doing her nails and she'd shake it, and
Yeah.
she'd do her nails and I'd watch.
Sure.
And sometimes I'd be like, me? You know.
Okay, yeah,
and
yeah.
sometimes I get only one finger done or something because, once again, same thing. This is for ladies.
But you probably also were one of those
I
things
had a
that you
child
couldn't
one, though.
sit still for it to dry
No,
long
that was
enough.
the thing. She said, if you are
It'd
going
go
to be
everywhere.
impatient and you're going to complain about the drying, you know, I'm not going to paint your nails. That's it. I'm not going to paint your nails if you're not going to sit
Yeah,
still
okay.
and complain.
Right.
Because if you ask every 10 seconds if it's dry yet,
Is it,
No.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Is it dry yet?
but I wanted to know, I said, what's in there that's shaking? I can
Oh,
hear
inside
it.
the nail polish.
What's that, Mum?
Yeah.
She goes, it's a ball bearing. Like Pa's in the mechanic shop?
Okay.
She goes, yes.
Autistic Pa who's got a mechanic shop.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, Pa doesn't let me have them.
For a reason.
I'm like,
Oh no, the brain.
So
I can see,
one day-
I can see a little light bulb go bing above her head right
when
now.
I was about 3,
Yeah.
I grabbed her nail polish
To get the ball bearing out.
and I'm sitting there on my Polly Hobby bedspread and I'm digging with the brush. Where are you? Can you get you?
Right.
Anyway,
Lock up your nail polish, parents. Yeah.
I got it.
You got it. Excellent.
And closed it up,
Yep.
put it back.
Right.
She knew. It was all over me.
I think she'd know.
I think the bottle probably had all over it. And
Probably.
a little bit of it was on my bedspread.
Hobby. Got painted.
And I remember when she pulled out my bedspread later on when I was like 12.
Yeah.
I went, oh, look at that. Even the red nail polish is here. She's like,
Memories. Good memories.
So there's so many things, and like even with my cousin, we made up our own language.
Oh, that's
but you know
interesting.
why I think he did it?
Yeah.
Because he knew I struggled to speak.
Right. So he was trying to simplify things and come to your level.
So when
That's
we lived in the
great.
Parongarups,
Yeah. which is down
self-sufficient,
south. Yeah. Off
we
grid.
had like, there was the sawdust toilet and the house, right?
Yep.
And of course, you always make it a distance away. And so we had like this bench thing. And we were told, school holidays, go and find something to do.
Sure. The parents
So
are going
we
to entertain
were-
you. Yeah.
yeah,
Off you
so
go.
we were
Keep
like,
busy. Out of trouble.
okay.
Yep.
So Dylan was like, right, I said, we should have a border security thing, because I'd been overseas.
Oh, okay.
So that got in my head. We
Yeah,
should
yeah,
have
yeah. So you're role playing.
border control.
Yep.
He's like, what's that?
Passport. So. Yep.
Where if someone passes from here to there, you got to have like papers.
Yep. Your passport.
He's
Yep.
like, what's that? I was like, I don't know. Because I didn't know either.
Yeah. You're trying to explain. Good on you. Yep.
So I'm trying to explain.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, I said, well, they speak a different language. He goes, oh. So because he knew I struggled,
Yeah.
we
adapted and
built
modified.
it a language. And you know what? All the family was saying, guys, they have a language together. And we don't know what they're saying.
No, that's brilliant.
And we mastered this language together.
Yeah.
And we're communicating.
Yeah.
And they're all going, what they say.
Yeah. So I guess it's a bit
is
like
this
using
dangerous? What did
Pig
they
Latin.
say?
Yeah, exactly. It's a bit like how
Yeah.
people do that as a code.
But he came up with it.
That's very
My
clever.
cousin is a genius, actually. He was gifted at school. So
Also on the
he
spectrum.
taught me.
Yeah.
And it was marvellous. Like, we were, like, talking in this language.
Yeah.
And the adults were getting worried. They were like, we don't know what they're saying.
Well, that is interesting. There's an uprising
That
going
was
on and they
fun.
don't know what's happening, hey?
That was fun.
Now, I just want to come back to some of the stimming behaviours, and
I
particularly in
nearly
primary
drowned
school
in
mode.
the water tank.
Well, again, like I said, autistics are attracted to water and you've got to look at them. But then you almost drowned in the pool at your grandparents'
2.
home at 2 years of age. Again, supervise your autistics, and particularly around water, because they're going to be attracted and they want to go and explore and maybe
I was
swim.
standing at the back door, apparently, and they all turned around in the lounge room and went,
You're dripping wet. How did you get dripping wet?
she's wet from head to toe. And when they went out, and it was
Yeah.
Olympic-sized swimming pool,
Oh, in the backyard, yeah.
and the wet spot was in the deep end.
Oh, shit me. And that's why the
But
dog
I had been to
was used
swimming
to it.
lessons
Thank
since
God.
I was a baby. But yes,
Do swimming lessons.
Winston, this is why I love Winston. Well,
Yeah.
I love Winston
It's
because I grew
symbolic.
up with him.
Yeah, the sausage
But
dog.
this is why, not my brother, but when I got in the pool,
Yeah,
the whole time he was alive,
yeah.
I used to tease him. I feel bad about it. I used to put a toe in.
You're just playing.
He'd bark. I put a toe out. He'd stop.
Right.
That's how
He was
trauma
very concerned
sorry,
because he saw you
trauma.
almost drowning in
Yeah.
the deep end of an
And
Olympic-sized
they
pool
obviously
with no
didn't
parents
hear him
around.
barking his head off to get attention for
Close
me.
calls, very close calls. And
So I
it's,
could have died.
do swimming lessons.
But I
particularly if you
climbed
don't
down,
want to touch
obviously,
any water.
from the training of, I guess, the swimming lessons.
Yeah, they just throw
I
you
took
in.
my babies to swimming lessons too.
It's very, very important.
Australia.
Now, I've seen you
Need it.
stim with your hair. I'm assuming in school you would have stimmed with things like pencils
That's
and
how
pens.
everyone knew I was tired my whole life, wasn't it?
And that was the code.
She's tired.
When you start
I'm thinking,
twirling your
how
hair.
do they know? These people are amazing.
Yeah, we watch your body language. We know you very well. Funny about that. What were some of the other things that you play with to self-regulate, self-stimulate, I guess?
Gosh, I don't know. I think like the Royal Show for me.
Oh, okay.
I waited till I got the Royal Show stuff.
Yeah.
Things
It's like going to the fair.
this,
Yeah.
guys, Royal Show had a lot of that kind of stuff. And
Right.
to other people, like my brother, he'd be like, I don't want this. Can I have your chocolates?
Right, so he'd
'Cause
trade
be
you
like,
for
I
good
don't want
stuff.
this crap.
Right.
And I'd be like, what? It's not crap,
Yeah.
So I would, and that would last me a year.
Yeah.
And then by the
Until
time I
next
go
show.
again.
Yeah, annual.
So to me, those things I treasure.
So they were the early versions of
Yes, stimming toys.
sensory toys, stimming toys,
yes.
which you didn't have those sort of commercial
No.
products really being made. So That's really cool that you could access those sorts of things.
Yeah.
I guess also because you've grown up in the country and in nature, you would have found things where it was honky knots or shells or rocks.
You know what I used to stim with the most?
Yeah.
On the way home from school for many years, and I'm so sorry, universe, because it's very naughty because plants are living things. I'm sorry. But I used to get the black boy trees.
Cinefex, yeah.
And I used to grab those chunk of black boys of the green bit.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. And I used to just break them because they have that snap sound.
Right, so you
walk home
it's a sensory,
and watch them
audible,
on the pavement just drop down. And I'd be like, and you know what? When I see someone else do it, I'm like, you're my people. And I look back now.
Like breadcrumbs.
I look back now.
Yeah.
They're the other autistics, weren't they?
Yes, they were. So you're spotting that.
So I'm like, and I'm walking slow because I don't want to go home. And I'm just like flicking on the ground.
Taking your time, yeah.
And it's like, oh, this is satisfying. The crack and also just the repetitive thing. Oh, it was heaven.
Were you walking home alone or with your brother all the time?
My brother
In a distance?
For how long? No, for 9 years, very close.
Okay.
He would protect me hard.
Well, but then you got to that
he
age
was
where
very
it's like,
protective.
boom.
For a long time, he was
What
very
was the turning
protective.
point that stopped him from being protective?
When I was in year 5, which is 10,
10 years of age.
I worked myself at schools another time.
Right.
And the stupid teachers, well done, staff at school, you went and told him right in front of his friends.
Oh, okay. So you embarrassed him and he's then taken that out on you.
He just went...
Distanced himself from you.
I lost my brother at 10.
Right. Okay.
I lost him.
Yeah.
And
it's also an
after
age
that,
change.
at a distance. It was like,
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye on you at a distance.
Right.
Yeah.
It does take a toll on informal parenting
I
in
know,
the family.
I know. And you know what?
But there's no
my mother
support or
abused that.
communication.
My mother
Exactly.
abused
That's what
that.
I'm
And you
saying.
know what? To be honest, it should be a choice. But even that, if my brother was like protective now and trying to help my disability now, I'd be going, go get your life and leave me be. I don't want to burden you.
Yeah.
There's the NDIS.
Yeah, the system's in place.
I've got the system. So long as
if
you
they
keep
work.
an eye on me, if you were a decent person, not a selfish person,
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah,
I would
so-
not let him because I would not feel that it's right for a sibling. It's my parents' responsibility.
No, absolutely.
Not my
There's a lot
sibling.
of children who have to take on board
Yeah.
that mantle of
It's wrong.
responsibility.
It's wrong.
And particularly if they're
It's
a
wrong.
single family or sometimes the
It's
family
only
situation
right
breaks
for them
down.
to keep an eye over them
Yeah.
in a system.
Yeah.
It's not right to take them fully on. They're not the parent.
Yeah, no, I understand. Now, you've got a lot of health-related issues. Now, I should before I go on to that,
Yes.
you talk about going home. Did you ever jump the cracks and not walk on the cracks? Was that part of the OCD behaviours that you would have expressed?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a huge
thing, was it, back then?
Huge.
And to what age group, by the way?
If I walked on a crack, I thought something bad was going to happen to my mum.
Okay. I'm surprised you didn't walk on the cracks on purpose then. Sorry.
When you're a child.
Yeah, I
you
know,
think
sorry.
differently.
Yeah, I understand.
But yeah, I could not walk on cracks.
You're right. Wow, okay, so that's interesting.
Any line, any crack, even if it was a line that was meant to be there
Mm-hmm.
or a crack that wasn't meant to, didn't matter.
Now, thank you for sharing that part.
And I would count. In our, you remember how we had the squares?
Yes.
So I'd count them.
Right. Okay.
So it's quite exhausting walking home with OCD.
Yeah. 3,046,
But yeah,
3,047.
yeah, I would, and sometimes I actually would not be able to pass the swing without having to swing.
Ah, okay.
But so long as my friends, because this is sometimes in high school too, it's like, are they all gone? Because if I had
Again,
if I had to
the
stay
mask.
back for my theatre art stuff, for dancing, for
Extracurricular activities you're doing,
my acting,
running group.
singing, whatever, I would make sure it's like, okay, so all my friends that were with theatre arts with me, if they were walking to Hillary's, are they all gone? Great. I might just pop past the swing
Right.
and then go home.
That's interesting. It was a bit of a, okay, now I need to regulate myself, have a bit of fun, and then go home to the home environment and worry about that sort of thing. Interesting how you do those things. Now, you've had a lot of health problems, obviously, since birth. You were in the ICU, NICU, premature. We know that you've got 22Q. It's taken a long time to get late diagnosis. You've had 60 plus separate
Jesus,
diagnoses.
yeah.
But being having health issues as a child, not just things like anaphylaxis or Skinner syndrome and other things, that
Food
would have
allergies.
actually food allergies. I wasn't eating in general. I guess things like having pica, which is. Do you want to explain that one? Okay, what's that funny?
Eating cockroach, yeah.
Oh, okay, no.
Sand.
I guess I got high protein, but probably not that healthy. Ugh. But sand, concrete, foam, irregular things which are not normally thought of as food, you would have done it as a sensory behaviour, right?
Yeah, I guess like at first it was just
Yeah, you need to
Well,
wash
I
that
mean-
cockroach down. I'm just thinking about that right now. Sorry.
Well, I don't know. I mean, when you're a baby with IDD and autism, I guess you just grab anything and just put it in your mouth because
Yeah. You don't know different.
yeah,
And you're not being guided and
I
supported.
don't know.
But you're still taking the
Right.
foam out of the cushions until what age?
10.
See? So you, yeah.
In high school, I was eating,
Mum would open up the cushions and go, who's been chewing the cushions?
and I'm like, what? I don't know.
Became like that.
She's like, because of course it's not
The
my
look.
brother. It was never my brother, and I'm like, okay.
Okay.
it's me.
Right.
But at high school, I'd eat the concrete because we went to a brand new high school. We
Yeah.
were the foundation students.
Yeah, sort of school being
And
built. Yeah.
there was little balls of concrete.
Yeah.
And I used to just play with them at first, stimming,
Right.
and then I ended up just eating them.
Oh my God. The things you do. Now, apart from pica, which
I
is
don't know
irregular and
why.
unusual. No, you don't. But that's the thing. It's a sensory thing most of the time. But be mindful that pica is a condition. Another eating condition is ARFID, or avoidant restrictive food intake disorder. How did that affect you for maybe your food choices, your changes of range of food?
In a family that's like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it's got to be 5 veg and 3 fruit and blah, blah, blah. Oh my gosh, the etiquette on food is huge.
Right.
It was punished. I'm coming from with a mother that's been to boarding school.
Right.
That, you know, I don't know if anyone knows
Catholic
boarding
boarding
but
school, right.
you have to eat these things, and it's
Clear
if
your
you
plate.
don't, you'll eat it for breakfast and blah blah blah. It's a big deal, and
And you were
it's
forced into the same
punishable
thing,
and-
weren't you?
Pretty much.
You were told to sit at the table and not leave until eaten. It's going to go into the fridge.
Well,
or
that took hours to the point where they had to do shift work,
Oh,
sitting with me at the
the
table.
family taking shift just
Oh,
to make
they
sure that you stay.
underestimated my stubbornness. Well, I should say my autism.
Right.
Alfred.
Yeah.
Okay, you can't beat it out of us.
Right.
You can't sit there for hours at the table and
Persuade you.
force us out of us.
Yeah.
You can't.
Can't even encourage
It's a
it.
condition that's real,
Yeah.
and nothing can change it.
Right.
So, for me, yeah, it was like I remember my brother being, she's eaten only the chocolate out of the Neapolitan.
The 3 flavour ice cream,
And
for
my
example.
mum would be like, you've got to stop doing that. Right? So I get
rant.
into trouble for that.
Okay.
Then with the cookies, we'd have a cookie jar.
Cookie
and
Monster.
there'd be multiple different ones. So the Arnott's mix.
Yeah, yeah.
And he'd be like, she's eaten all the choc chip ones. Because they're my favourite. Didn't want any others. Hated all the others.
Mm-hmm.
Went through a phase of, I just want choc chip. That's the only one that makes me happy.
Now, you went through phases with a lot of your food, even your sandwiches. You probably had the same sandwich all the way. Vegemite sandwich.
12 years. 11, well actually no, 12 years because I used to take it to work.
Okay, so for 12 straight years, you would have a Vegemite sandwich every day.
Barbara Ann out there, she
One of your
watches my
school friends?
channel.
Yeah.
We work together. Do you remember my Vegemite sandwiches at work? Anyway, Vegemite sandwiches still at work.
Right, you're determined
I
to stick
needed
with
the
the theme.
transition to feel familiar. So
Yeah.
I went to work with my Vegemite sandwiches.
So transitions are a big
I was
deal.
too poor to buy things until I got. I think when I worked into my second year, I had a bit more money to
Right.
buy, like a sausage
Afford a
roll
project,
and
yeah,
something like
chocolate
that.
or something like that, yeah. So transitions are a big deal.
Vegemite
As a primary school, 6 to 12 years of
Just
age.
Vegemite sandwiches.
Dealing with
Nothing
transitions.
else. If I had a peanut butter and jam sandwich, I think even my friends would go, wow, what's wrong with you today?
Okay.
Yeah. And it was probably because Mum ran out of Vegemite. That would be the only
reason. Okay.
Only reason for that. And so I had running that day or phys ed that day and I need food.
How did you go with the interoception, the lack of understanding your own internal states, or whether you're thirsty or tired or needing to go to the toilet
Oh,
or
I
things
just
like
used to
that?
pass out at school or
Okay, it's not a good thing.
um,
So you literally faint, you'd pass
Yeah,
out from not having enough.
ended up at PMH
Your BSL,
hospital
your sugar
because,
levels are down.
why is she not drinking? My mum's like, I didn't notice.
So you're dehydrated.
I ended up at hospital.
Right.
Because I just wasn't drinking and eating.
Right.
And I had constipation.
Right.
So there's all these things going on because
Right.
intraception, right? So
now
you know when you get to the age where, and you know, it's kind of not my mum's fault. It's like you get to an age where parents are supposed to step back, right?
Yeah, of course.
Kids are naturally normal kids.
Capable of doing that.
Naturally take
age
over.
Appropriate. Yep.
But I'm different.
Yep.
I
Starting to
didn't
thrive,
naturally take
developmental
over.
changes.
I didn't actually take over. So I didn't naturally go for a drink. I obviously didn't notice the thirst.
So after going to hospital, they've obviously had to then monitor your fluid intake.
So every half an hour I had to go to the sink because, of course, I can't have drinks anywhere else in the house.
Why is that? Come on, detail.
Sunday roasts. We had a huge, like, the size of my bedroom.
Yeah.
Large family.
Yeah, yeah.
We'd all sit down and everyone would, you know, I guess say a bit of grace and sit there and dig in, and then poof.
Boof. What was the boof?
My big fizzy drink would just spill all over the table and everyone would go, oh dear! So after that,
You are a bit of a cyclone.
whenever someone would fill my
Force of
drink,
nature, yeah.
everyone, all the ones that were around would go, just fill it to here, just here,
Okay.
just here please.
Yep.
And then when I go to pick it up,
Yeah.
everyone next to me would go, give me your hand.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Or it
yeah.
got to the point where it was like, your drink's in the kitchen,
By the sink.
by the sink,
Yeah.
and that's where you need to drink it.
At the sink.
Yes.
You do have spill-proof cups now
So,
for a reason.
It was as if it was a bomb.
But
So if I picked
that's
up...
very intimidating. That really makes you feel...
I used to just look around and go,
The anxiety
why
of
is
it all.
everyone standing up? What's going on? What's wrong with you all?
You
Is there a fire?
You didn't get the memo on that one, did
Nah.
you? No.
But they had to literally, Mum had to monitor me
Oh, gosh.
with eating regularly and drinking at the sink. She had to call me in from wherever I was outside.
Yeah, well, passing out at school's not a
to
good
drink
thing.
every so often because I just wasn't managing my fluids.
And I remember too, you also said that you
I was
used to
9.
go to the stalls in the toilet block because it's a sensory safe place.
Oh,
Can you
so
explain
yes,
that?
at one school,
Yeah.
it was beautiful. They had these magic toilets, I called them.
Magic dollars.
They were my magic space.
Okay.
So they were nice brick.
Right.
They were cool.
Okay.
Australia's hot. They had a comfortable seat where they had a lid that you could put down, so no germies.
Okay, good.
And you could sit, they were always,
Hygiene,
always
OCD,
clean.
important,
Didn't
yep.
smell in there.
Great.
They were dark.
Ah,
So
subdued lighting.
dark and so quiet. You couldn't hear all the
Schoolyards are
scream,
very
don't
noisy.
they?
They do.
They're so
yeah.
noisy.
That's screamers.
And I'd just sit down at the end stall.
Right, furthest away. And just take a deep breath.
Sometimes I do eat my lunch there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it was like, this is magic.
Right.
And then I'd get back into class.
Yeah.
And before the teacher's in and you can't talk, I'd be sitting there. I'm so relaxed.
Yeah, that's
Right,
good.
before I have to
You've
go into my
regulated
special
yourself.
ed again. But
Yeah.
like, you know, unless I was doing art, then I could be with the normal kids. But,
Right, the non-education sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Music, dance, whatever.
yeah, but
okay.
like, you know, someone will come up to me. Where were you at lunchtime? We couldn't find you anyway. We were so worried.
Aliens.
I was out there.
Yeah, you must have missed me. I also remember too that because of your failure to thrive, that small size, and you were really a head size below everybody in your cohort for school, you had to get the smallest chair, normally
Come
from...
here, sweetie. I've got you, darling.
Okay.
It's okay.
So a bit of improvisation
It's
going on here.
okay.
Thank you. I have
Are
my
you
head back.
okay today? Oh, your hair's so cute.
That was your peers of your age. They really babied you and looked after you. But even the teachers mistook you for being in the junior primary in the other
Yes.
age groups.
Yes.
Well, how did that come
that
about?
way. What
do
are you
mean?
going that way for?
So you can't go to my class?
And I'm not. I'm
You can't
not
communicate?
speaking.
Yeah. Right.
And I'm like, my body's trying to go this way. No, that way.
Right. Because they didn't know. They didn't understand. And you
And
looked small.
nowadays they're quite aggressive, right?
Right.
They weren't they?
Oh, well,
Teachers
absolutely.
were
Were.
aggressive
Black book.
to
Yep.
children.
Yep, the cane.
Okay? There was no, don't be aggressive with children, okay?
Yeah.
Like Jesus said, do not, like, stop the children from coming to me.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Don't hurt
Yeah,
children.
yeah, they're very,
no, it was like, what are you
authoritative,
doing?
yeah.
Go that way.
Right.
oh.
So you probably go off that way and then duck around.
So I used to go that
Take
way.
a curious route.
And then, like,
get to
all
class.
these teachers are staring out their windows like, who's this kid? What are you doing in our area? You don't belong here. So I'm, like, walking around,
Yeah.
going into, like, the garden areas to try and sneak back around to my area. And then I get to my class. Where have you been? By my teacher.
Yeah, it sounds like an army
I put my
exercise.
head down.
You're going on
Yeah.
manoeuvres
so I put my
just to
head
get back to
down.
class.
I go sit in my chair.
Yeah.
Come on, win.
How often were you told off in school, having to receive punishments, sit on the bench outside?
I have received
write on the board?
punishments.
Did you ever have the duster thrown at you?
Yes, because the girl behind me went,
Right. And you turned around and
I'm just listening. I'm being respectful. My pa told me to be respectful.
Yeah, sure.
I'm listening.
okay.
And I was like, oh, man, that would miss me by that much.
That would have hurt, yeah.
And in my report, she won't stop talking in class. So then my dad's like, sitting me down. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at your report.
Okay.
You keep talking in class. For fuck's sake.
Come with
I don't talk in class.
everybody else, and you're
It's
forced to listen.
everybody else.
So she got
Because
to
I'm
comply.
the quiet one.
Right.
They all want to talk to me.
Right. That's interesting. It shows a lot of the stresses
It's not
and
fair.
the dramas around
It's
it all.
not fair.
And trying to actually manage.
And even my I don't know, lack of skills, of fine motor skills. I had this teacher. She was lovely, but she had high expectations on her students in year 7.
Right. Ruling
I
lines.
love the politics.
Okay. Politics. Yeah, good
But
study.
every morning we had to rule our pages. 2 red lines at the top.
Double line, yeah.
1 red line
Margin.
at the side.
Yep.
Get ready for high school.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
So 5 pages every morning had to be done.
Okay. Yep. I do remember.
And I'd get
the era.
Bump
Oh.
every now and then because my executive functioning, my fine motor skills is crap
Yeah.
with a ruler.
Yeah.
And I try so hard to please her,
Yeah.
but her nails need to be cut on a chalkboard. Literally nails on a
a real-
chalkboard. Literally.
Okay, horrible
So I
sound.
go, So anyway,
Yeah.
when I get the bump, you know what she used to do? She'd come behind you and I'd be like, oh.
Here we go.
And she'd go, on the ground.
Do it again.
And you're like, it's a sensory nightmare.
Right.
Because she's like ripping it out.
And that's close
That
proximity. She's right over you to
hurts.
do
Yeah,
that.
And she
Yeah.
was tall.
Okay. Yeah.
And chuck it down. Because she wanted to do that. Because that was part of the punishment.
Okay.
And then you got to rule it again.
Yeah.
That was like that. Oh, I'm exhausted. just
I'm
thinking
feeling the
about
apprehension
it.
as it goes already
So,
as well.
Yeah.
So look, we've spent a bit of an hour just going through
But the
some of the
punishments
anecdotes.
of being autistic
Yeah.
was hell.
Yeah.
I mean, none of these things, as you can hear, because year 7, your special education goes. It's
Not available.
it's
You're
kind of it's
transitioning to high
actually a
school.
test, is how it is.
Yeah.
What they do in year 7 in Australia is they see how you go
How are you going to
to
cope?
see if you need special education in high school
Or a special school in high school.
or a special school.
Yeah, true.
So it's brutal, it's stressful, but the punishment through whole of primary school in our era, onto the actual person with autism, just because
Or ADHD.
in our generation,
Don't get
unless
these.
you were severe autistic, you're not autistic. And I'm talking, you could be autistic level 2. You're not autistic in that generation. Okay? You would have
So
suffered.
black or white, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay? Level 1, not autistic at all. What are you even talking about in
Yeah.
that generation? So
That
if
era.
you're autistic in this era, level 1, level
There's
2,
an understanding,
you should thank the
accommodation,
lucky
and
stars
support.
that you actually get acknowledged by anyone
Yeah.
as actually having
And
autism.
particularly for females, like I said, all autism was based on the male model. All the research was done, and the
Yeah.
diagnosis was based on males. So many females actually got missed, and it's a very much equal the actual ratio of females and males that actually do.
I used to lick
get.
batteries too. So
You're
my
a
mum
bright
had to
spark,
put the
aren't you?
batteries on top of the fridge.
There are so many safety-related issues that I'm hearing from all of us. Guys, we've shared in this hour a bit of an insight of just that window, that period of time, that primary school age group from ages 6 to 12, and some of the anecdotes and stories. And luckily we've done with HSAM, highly superior autobiographical memory. We're able to bring back a lot of those sort of things in great colour and depth of the experience of what she's gone through. And hindsight's really good. It helps parents today. It helped us to understand the autistic mindset or what you're going through back in that era. Max is currently just playing.
I got given that by my beautiful neighbour, Lynn, and she bought that from Melbourne.
Not sharing.
I'm not sharing it.
So guys, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. You can put your hat back on. A big thumbs up of encouragement for Dyan. I really do appreciate your time in sharing.
And guys, if there's anyone out there that's a young autistic, please understand, as much as you might not feel things have changed, think of that, right? Mild retardation was written in my special education. Dyslexia, dyscalculia was known from when I was 5 turning 6. Hyperactivity. They knew all of this. They saw the nonverbal. They punished me. And then all of these things were there.
Punished at school, punished at home. Gee, it's the same
place. I got no disability supports in any tertiary after school. So things have changed. And for girls particularly, because like you just said, everything was done on boys. So we have made movements and changes.
Massive
and even
inroads,
parents, I know parents feel that there hasn't been changes. My mum had 0 supports. 0.
Training, education.
Nothing. There was
no guides to be able to help her.
No relaying from Australian doctors, because they didn't even know in Australia. In Australia, we knew nothing like you in America or nothing. And there was nothing told to the parents.
You're lucky to actually not be on the brink of actually being put in an institution, which is actually common at that era and age group. And that was a transition of where deinstitutionalization,
it was just in the transition.
Deinstitutionalization was actually occurring.
I studied that in welfare,
so you
it
can
was
see
terrible.
that actually occurred. Now guys, if you have any comments, questions or suggestions to add to this conversation today, please leave them below. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Please share our channel because it does help out to reach out to other people who might find benefit in these same sort of conversations. It provides a bit of an understanding, creates some context. It gives validation to the experience. And we can see why when the education system is failing, when the parents have got no support and understanding what's going on, the health system at the time was also failing. Well, you know what I want to say? I wonder why we're at where we're at today.
One thing too I want to say, especially the way the world's going. Remember this, okay? The world is showing who they really are at the moment. We have been fooled to think that the world is some amazing, perfect place where nothing ever goes wrong. Guys, the world is showing its true colours. And if you're a Christian, you already know this, but if you're not a Christian, maybe you don't. The world is full of fakes. Okay, and some of them don't even know that that's what they're being is fake, because they've been trained to be who they are by their breeding. Okay, but this world is imperfect. It's failing. It's falling apart. It's collapsing because it's been built on crap. Okay, and eventually, when you keep building on poor foundations, it collapses. And it's only going to get worse. And all you need to do is just be more and more self-sufficient. The more you can, the better off you're going to be. And don't put anyone, a teacher, anyone on a pedestal. Never, or a doctor. Never. Always remember they're just a human being with expertise. Be humble, even yourself, as well as make them, anyone you work with, be humble. And if they fail you, then
find other resources to work with you collaboratively to help improve your situation.
I think also just remind them to be humble. But the fact is, I just want people to learn. I think I learned it quite young, and it's helped me survive this world. My Uncle Ray told me at about 8 years old, don't trust authority just because they wear a uniform or they have a badge that says they're authority. They are just another human being on this earth, no different to you. So I think that's a good message. And teachers can fail, and they're still failing now. I'm sorry, but they're still failing our children now.
And I think we're seeing if there's parental failing, family failing, medical failing, and educational failings, it doesn't set people up. Early interventions make a huge difference in getting the right sort of supports, the right sort of helps actually really makes a big difference moving forward. Guys, thank you very much for watching today's episode.
Love you guys.
Love you and leave you. We'll see you in another episode real soon. Bye for now.